It was just a typical day when Nathan found himself wandering through the hallways of his office building. He had taken a wrong turn on his way to the break room and ended up in a part of the building he had never seen before. The walls here were off-putting, faded yellow, stained with age, and the fluorescent lights overhead buzzed incessantly. The air was thick, stale, and smelled of mildew. "How did I end up here?" he muttered, turning to retrace his steps. But the hallway behind him was gone. There was only more of the same, endless corridors, yellow walls, and that strange buzzing sound. Panic rose in his chest as he walked faster, hoping to find an exit. Every corner he turned led to another identical hallway, each stretching longer than the last. Hours seemed to pass, but there was no sign of escape. No windows, no doors, just an endless, disorienting maze of dim yellow light and decaying walls. Nathan's phone had no signal, and the clock showed no movement, as if time itself had frozen. As the silence pressed in, he started hearing things. A faint tapping, then a distant shuffle. At first, he thought it was just his mind playing tricks on him. But then he saw it. A shadow moving just out of sight, slipping behind a corner as he approached. He wasn't alone. The air grew colder, the lights flickering in unsteady bursts. The tapping grew louder, like something was following him, lurking just beyond his vision. Nathan broke into a run, heart pounding in his ears, turning corner after corner in desperation. But no matter how fast he ran, the hallways stretched on, and now the thing was closer. He could hear its breathing, shallow and raspy, as though it hadn't breathed fresh air in years. Nathan's legs burned as he sprinted, but suddenly his foot caught on something, sending him sprawling across the dirty carpet. Dazed, he pushed himself up, eyes widening in horror as he saw the thing that had been following him. It stood at the end of the hallway, tall and thin, its body twisted and wrong. Its skin was pale, almost translucent, and it had no face, just a smooth, featureless surface where its eyes and mouth should have been. The thing's head tilted slightly, as if it were watching him despite having no eyes. Then it began to move, slow, deliberate steps, closing the distance. Nathan scrambled to his feet and ran, his breath coming in ragged gasps. But no matter how far he ran, the creature was always behind him, getting closer with every turn. The hallways seemed to shift and warp around him, leading him in circles, trapping him in the labyrinth of decaying walls and buzzing lights. And then, as he rounded another corner, he found himself in a dead end. There was no way out. The creature's footsteps echoed behind him, slow and steady. He could hear it breathing, feel its presence as it drew nearer. With nowhere to go, Nathan turned to face it. The thing stood just a few feet away now, its head tilting again as if mocking him. He backed against the wall, heart hammering in his chest, knowing there was no escape. The lights flickered, then went out, plunging him into darkness. He could still hear the creature's breathing, now right in front of him. And then, nothing. Nathan was never seen again. Some say he simply vanished, leaving behind an empty office and a half-finished cup of coffee. But others whisper of the Backrooms, a place where reality bends, and once you fall in, you never come out.